Good morning, class. I'm the economics teacher, and we are dealing with the secondary sector. In the first video, we saw about the introduction of secondary sector, how it is different from the primary sector. Today, the topic of the day is significance of industries or significance of secondary sector. Why is it that secondary sector is required, or why is that secondary sector efforts are needed for the proper growth of the economy? Secondary sector is basically concerned with the productive activities. All the production that takes place within the boundary of the country is all because of secondary sector. Secondary sector is concerned with the value addition to goods. It makes addition to goods. What was produced, what was prepared by the primary sector. When it comes to secondary sector, the values are added in the secondary sector. So secondary sector is basically concerned with the value addition. So the significance or the importance of secondary sector are, the first is the rapid growth of income. It is the secondary sector who actually fetches income because the value addition is done in this sector only. Whenever the value additions are done, that means the value of the product will rise and the income will rise simultaneously. That means whenever the value increases or whenever the value of the product increases, it actually increases the price of the product even, which fetches a lot of income for the sellers. The productivity rates are higher in secondary sector compared to primary sector. See, agriculture in our country is basically an obsolete job now, obsolete work now, because we are not equipped with modern technologies. That we saw the problems of agriculture. We are facing the danger of competition with the broad countries, with the foreign countries. Our country is not so equipped, not so well trained that they can make it a profitable business. So they are more dependent on nature, and that is why they are facing losses every time. So whenever the product gets transferred to the secondary sector, the moment some sort of minor changes are made, some additions are done, the value of the product increases and it fetches an income which was much more than compared to the primary sector. Second is increasing employment opportunities. Now it is a helping hand in the employment sector. Whatever data government prepares or whatever methodology that government follows to increase the employment opportunities in country, this sector even supports the government. This sector supports the government by providing different sort of employment opportunities to different groups of people on the basis of their knowledge, on the basis of their experience, and on the basis of their capability basically. So it helps in the increasing of employment opportunities. Third is exploitation of resources. Whatever resources are available, whatever resources are with us, that needs to be exploited. I told you exploit is a word, it's an English word. The point is exploitation of resources. What does the word exploit means? Exploit means to cheat someone, to be unfair someone with someone. When you are being unfair to someone, that means you are exploiting him or her. Okay, but here in economics, the word exploit means best possible uses of any resources or anything. Best possible. What could be the best possible use of a product that is made by the secondary sector? Best possible uses. When you are ready to use in the best, in the max, when you are ready to use or obtain maximum out of it, that means you have exploited the resources in the most efficient manner. So the secondary sector is basically concerned with the efficient utilization of available resources. Whatever resources are there, be it a human resource, be it a technical resource, be it a natural resource, all those resources needs to be exploited perfectly, and secondary sector is master in this. Secondary sector has gained the experience how to utilize, how to use every resource in the most efficient manner. That is why in the long run it turns out to be a profitable business in secondary sector when compared with the primary sector. Primary sector every time suffers with loss, loss, loss. But when we compare this with the secondary sector is a supportive in case of GDP, in case of national income. It supports to the government by exploiting all the natural resources. Those are available freely for all. The fourth is increase in export earnings. Increase, we are dealing with the significance of secondary sector. So the fourth point is increase in export earnings. Now export earning is whenever whatever surplus produce that we produce in our country, whatever surplus we have, if our needs are fulfilled, the moment our needs are fulfilled, what we do, we transfer it to that part of the area or that part of the country which actually requires that, where there is scarcity of that particular product. That means the area which has surplus and the area which has a scarcity, they needs to be mitigated, they needs to be communicated so that the surplus can be transferred to the area where there is scarcity of product. So that every part of the population is feeded, every part of the population gets equipped to the technology, gets equipped to the product that is being produced in our country. And the situation further goes on whenever the surplus rises more after the satisfaction of every need of the domestic population, whatever is left, if that is more, that can be transferred to the foreign countries. And whenever foreign countries transfer takes place, that means export is taking place. The export will further increase the export earnings, or the national income of the country will earn will increase. That is why, because we are earning in the foreign currency. Foreign currency is required for different purposes, just to maintain a good balance of reserves is the need. Just to maintain a good balance of reserves is the first need. Second is foreign money is equally very important when we are trying to print more of currencies, our currencies, then foreign currency is required. Third is the name and fame, or the international associations refer this for ratings. Different ratings are given to different countries. These ratings are also based on the foreign income, how internationally we have proven ourselves or not, that is even seen. Means whether our product is an international product or not, whether it is getting a valuation or not. So that is even kept in mind before ratings. So foreign money or the abroad money is very essential for the development of any economy. And in case of our economy, mixed economy, it is a blessing to have a foreign income for this country. The fifth point is it supports agriculture. Primary sector, I told you all three different sectors, primary, secondary and tertiary. All these three sectors are interrelated. They are interconnected. They, whatever primary produces, that goes to secondary, secondary further adds value to it and transfer it to the service sector, that is the final sector. So these three sectors are interrelated. So how it supports, how is secondary sector supported by the primary sector is surplus labor from agriculture can shift to industries. Now agriculture in our country is basically a sometime business only. It is a out of 12 months the farmers are employed only for few months. That is called as disguised unemployment. That is why the term was disguised unemployment. I have already dealt with this term. What does it mean? The term is disguised unemployment. It is a scenario, it is a situation in which more of the people are employed than actually required. More of the people are employed than actually required. That situation is called as disguised unemployment. So as far as our agriculture sector is concerned, people over there are disguised unemployed. Means if 2 persons can work on a particular piece of land, 5 people are engaged. The surplus 3 people are disguised unemployed. So all those people who are disguised or who are disguised unemployed, they can be transferred to the secondary sector. So secondary sector supports all the surplus labor from the primary sector can be shifted or can be managed to secondary sector, and they can be given an suitable employment opportunities as per their own efficiency. The second is important agricultural tools. equipment, etc. are produced and marketed by the industrial sector of the economy. Whatever tools that is required by the primary sector, whatever tools that is required for the production purpose is prepared by the secondary sector only. So secondary sector is a helping hand to the primary sector. The third point is agro-based industries like jute, cotton, tea, sugar, etc. get their raw materials from agriculture and thereby provide ready market for agricultural produce. Whatever produce is there and the package, as far as packaging is concerned of the product, that is prepared by secondary sector. And the fourth and the last point is industries have played an important role in attaining green revolution in agriculture. See, green revolution has been successful and was recognized. It's all because of the combination of primary, secondary and tertiary. All the three sectors together, they improvised or they came up onto a single platform. That is why the green revolution was a successful attempt. So whatever steps or whatever methods were followed with primary sector was respected, was accepted by the secondary sector, then only the overall growth of the economy increased. So first 5 points are dealt. Tomorrow I'll deal with the last 3 points, 6, 7 and 8. It is on page number 88. Class, the topic is significance of industries on page number 88. I urge you to go through the video and read the points. Thank you, class.